Good evening and welcome to this evening's stream. So we are just getting things set up. I'm hoping you can hear me loud and clear at this point. Just making sure everything is set how I need it to be. So yeah, so we streamed a little bit earlier on in the week. We had an introduction. I feel like every Sunday I say, well, we'll be back next Sunday, and something else comes about and something else gets released. But let's see what this week brings. I can tell you I don't have anything at this point that may be released this week, but let's see what this week brings. Now that I'm actually expecting something this week, bet nothing will end up turning up. But we can have a bit of a chat about the NAS stuff that came about last week, what they look like, and yeah, we'll see how things go. Feel free to pop any questions in the chat window, whichever platform you're on. Just feel free to pop them in, and then they should pop up on the chat window that you're seeing here. Hopefully, that looks about right. But yeah, we can have a bit of a chat about the new stuff that's been released. Let's have a quick look. So before we jump in, oh wow, there's 25 of you already. That's definitely a lot more than I expected. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Whoever's new, existing, first time joiners, whatever it is, welcome, and yeah, feel free to engage, ask questions, and we can go from there. So let's have a quick look here. Hey Shutsies, how you doing? We will catch up here. Frederick, hey Frederick, how you doing? I didn't see you on the midweek stream. I'm guessing you're busy. I hope you're well. Hey Mark, how you doing? Good evening. Yeah, definitely. I agree with you, Frederick, there. If you haven't hit the like button already, please do. And yeah, definitely engage with the stream. That's for sure. Let's keep this one going. I don't know how long I'm around for today. We'll see how things get on. But yeah, let's see. I'm assuming that is kick me down. I'm assuming. I apologize if that's not how it's pronounced or how it's supposed to be. But hello, how are you doing? Hey TJ. How's your weekend been? It's been an interesting one this weekend, to say the least. I guess my toddler hasn't been too well, so it's been a lot of a lot of cuddles, I'd say, the least. Making sure she's okay. But yeah, a few sleepless nights, I guess. So that's why I don't know how long I'm going to be around for. So we'll see. We'll see how we get on, because it may be an early night today. That's for sure. Good evening, Vasil. How you doing? Not traveling anywhere this coming week, or are you planning any more trips to Europe? I guess out of curiosity, actually, do you drive or do you fly? If you fly, you must be racking in the air miles, that's for sure. Any goodies on the way? No, actually, I don't know of any goodies on the way at this point, unfortunately. I don't have anything here that I can show you, although actually I did show something on the last stream. So this turned up last week, which is the, I'm sure some of you have seen this already. This is the UMVR Instant Kit. I haven't quite decided where I'm installing this yet or what I'm going to do with it. So yeah, let's see what we do. I'm sure, no doubt, maybe we can find some good use for it, definitely. Hey Chris, how you doing? Do you know anything about Unifi Talk? I know the basics. I'm yet to still dive deeper into Unifi Talk, and I have this, if I don't break anything on the way, I have this right here on my desk, which I am testing with at the moment. So this is the I'm going to test myself here. I don't know what the models are. G3, this isn't the Touch Max, I don't think. This is I've been wanting to do a video on this for ages. So I signed up to VoIP.ms. VoIP.ms, is it? I think. Is it VoIP.ms? Yeah, VoIP.ms. So I've signed up to them. I've got a number. That's that's as far as I've got so far. But the telephony stuff, let me. It is the G3 Touch Pro. That's the one. So you can ask your question. Always ask away, because if maybe something I don't know, I can try and find out for you. Or if there's someone else in the chat that has done stuff like this before, they can answer the question on my behalf. So we have a lot of, there is I guess a mix of people in the audience, or in that are watching. Some of them are technical, some of them are just watching just to watch me, I guess. Some of them are a bit more technical than I am. Like I'm human after all. I'm not the beacon of all knowledge, unfortunately. I'm just like you guys. But I do have contacts that I can find relevant information out if I need to find it out for you. So yeah, feel free to ask away if you want. I personally think the 4-bay desktop NAS will be the one that's, yeah, I think that's going to be that's definitely going to be a hot seller. I know there's a lot of people that have been asking for the 1U1. I was actually going to set up a poll, but I didn't get a chance to set it up actually. I was going to say, what do you think the most questions are going to be about today? I think, is it going to be the doorbell? Is it going to be the NAS? But yeah, I didn't actually set that up. And if I try and figure out how to set that up now, I feel like it's not going to waste time. But sorry, I'm just it's got me not hooked on it, but poll, scoreboard, leaderboard, credit roll, graphic poll. Here we go. Multiple choices. Door. Let's see if this works. I don't know if this is going to work, and I don't even know how it works. So NAS, I'm just going to do new products, something else. I don't know how this works. So save current poll. Nope. Let's see if this, I don't know, does this poll, does this work? Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's popped up on the screen. I didn't think that would work, but I don't even know actually how you answer these questions. User can enter a hashtagged word to vote for it. So anybody want to give that a go? Maybe hashtag doorbell? Want to give that a try and see if that works? There you go. Oh, look, it's working. Interesting. Okay, there we go. Well, I'll leave that on there for a few minutes. I didn't actually think about what it might be, but yeah, I mean, I'll leave that on there for now. I don't know if that's of any interest to anybody, but let's have a look. Do you have one of the new Ubiquiti NASs yet? Unfortunately, I don't. I am hoping, I'm debating whether to try and get my hands on a 2-bay or not. I am hoping that, I know I'm definitely gonna eventually get the 4-bay, both desktop and 1U version, but I don't know whether I'm gonna get the 2-bay or the 8-bay yet. And if I do, maybe it's something I will bring a review on. So if you do want to see one, a review, let me know. And yeah, obviously if there's enough demand, then yeah, I'm happy to get one of those and review it. What do you think to the AI 360 camera from 4 years ago? Should be worth now in USD. What do you all think the AI 360 camera from 4 years ago should be worth now? I don't know how much it is right now, actually. We obviously know the new 360 camera is out, the G5 one. So camera. I'm wondering, I can see TJ's like spam the chat, so I'm wondering if he's trying to rig the votes. I don't know if it's working. I don't think it's working. Is it working every time you put something in? I don't know. But that's quite cool, actually. I might try and do some more polls from this. So let's have a look. So camera security, AI 360. The AI 360 is 399. Actually, if we do this, techspecs.ui, my favorite website. So camera security, compare. Let's do the two 360 cameras. 360. There we go. Let's have a look. Here we go. So 399 versus 499, I believe, is the difference in US dollars. But obviously, if you look at the field of view, obviously they're both 360-degree cameras. They're both two-way audio. One's IP66 rated. One has a slightly higher vandal resistance rating. Interestingly, this has a 100 meg port, but I mean, a gigabit port is overkill. It's not needed. 24 FPS. Both got fisheye lenses. Obviously, this has the more powerful 1/1.6 inch 12 megapixel sensor. Less wattage, which is interesting. I've not actually done a side by side on these to see how they are, but it's the same processor inside. But I actually just installed an AI 360 in my garage. The reason I did that is obviously for the comparison video, but when I get my hands on the 360, but it depends on what you're looking for. It's $100 difference between the two. Whether you feel that justifies the addition, that's I would leave that to your discretion at this point. While we're here, a few videos. We did the NVR last week. I did one where we installed the UMR Industrial in a van. We spoke about the new NAS lineups, and I have a couple of members only videos currently at this point. So we're speaking about alarm profiles. I know some of you were asking about that last week. So I had already recorded that, so I finally got that one out. And which NVR you should be buying in 2025 as well. So that's another one. It's interesting. I feel like I've lost where I was, but yeah, anyway. I feel like this chat window only has a certain amount of letters or a certain amount of messages it can have. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, a couple of members only videos. So if you want to check those out, there is some memberships. If you want to support the channel, you can have a little look down there. I don't know. Let's go back here. Anyway, so let's see where the poll is. The poll is on. We have the doorbell, which is the top one, interestingly. I want to know how it works with different extensions. Can I call and answer each one like a line on a non-touch? Yeah, I mean, it has internal calls. So yes, you can. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, there we go. So yes, you can do internal calls. It does have extension numbers that you can set on each of the phones, so you can do internal calls if you wish to do so. Where did we get to? I'm just trying to see because it's not all picking up on here at this point. So let's see if we can delete this. Okay, let's go. I'm hoping this is where I got to. Good evening. Hey, so I have, what do we have? What are you expecting from the Unifi conference later on this year? Pretty much what we heard earlier on this year, and hopefully a little bit more of an insight into 26-27. I don't know what that looks like, what they're going to bring, because I didn't know what it was this time either. So I couldn't really say too much about what I'm expecting. Do you have any promo codes for Unifi or affiliate links for the UK? Yes, I do have an affiliate link. If you give me a second, I will give you the affiliate link, or I'll paste it in the chat. YouTube.com. Let me just go to one of my pages. Actually, let me go. It's my live stream. So excuse me. Let's paste this in. So this is my affiliate link. So if you do decide to purchase anything, that's the UK specific one. Or if you click on this link, it should redirect you into the correct country you're in, basically. So let's close out of this. Right, where did I get to? Hey Frederick, how you doing? Good afternoon from Texas. So I'm reading off here because this chat window doesn't. I need to figure out how to get the number of chat higher because it starts cutting out after a while. So good evening from Cyprus. I think we're caught up. Hey Colin, how you doing? I think we've had this question a few times. In terms of indoor CCTV, I use the Ubiquiti G3, G4, G6 instant cameras. I think we've had that one. Did you get a chance to look at my last item of the email that I last mentioned? I haven't, but you reminded me, so I'll add that to my to-do list for tomorrow. What's your preferred cam in the current lineup? Oh, that's an interesting one. Depends what you're looking to do, actually. I'm just going to bring up the store. Favorite camera at the moment, I like the G6 Pro Bullet. I mean, the night vision on this, and obviously the low light is a lot better on the G6 Pro Bullet. I'm hoping I don't know if they are planning to, and I can't remember if they are, but I'm hoping they bring out a turret version. So something like this. So I'm hoping they bring out, if they bring out something like this in the G6 Pro Bullet, then I think that would be my favorite camera. But this is, this is probably my favorite one at the moment. It purely maybe it is because it's one of the more expensive cameras, but in terms of image quality and what it does in terms of the low light, I think that's your number one go-to at this point. The G6 PTZ is another one. I think that's quite a popular seller. I haven't actually put it as a head-to-head against the G6 Pro Bullet, but yeah, it's definitely those are probably my two favorite cameras at this point. Let's move back on. So, any chance of black gateways like the cameras and the UNAS? Your guess is as good as mine at this point. I don't actually know if that's going to come about. I think a few people have asked for it, but I guess if enough people ask for it, possibly they might actually do it. So who knows? Hope your little one get better soon. Thank you. Hopefully so. She is on the mend. So yeah, hopefully that is the case. Hot and humid today in Houston. Can't wait for the first cool front. So we have temperatures dropping this week. I think we're getting our lows of about 5 to 6 degrees centigrade. That is. So yeah, I mean that is going to be a lot cooler than it has been so far. Are all Ubiquiti cameras NDAA compliant? I don't know if they all are, but if you're looking for something specific, if you go into the camera, it says there if it's NDAA compliant. If they all are, I'm not sure. I mean, I can click on a couple and have a look, but I'm not gonna scroll through all of them and have a look, because I think you'll get, I mean, NDAA. I mean, if we go to like some G5 cameras, which are a little bit older, G5 Bullet, for example, NDAA. I mean, it seems I would probably say yes, but yeah, I couldn't say for sure because I haven't clicked through all of them, so I'm not going to say. Best bet is to have a quick look at their website, look at the cameras you're looking for, and then just select it from there, basically. Just relaxing at home this Sunday. No flights planned for the next several weeks. Okay. Yeah, I guess traveling gets a bit frustrating from time to time. So yeah, sometimes it's good to just stay home, I guess. I basically want to know how the phone works with different extensions. Can I call and answer from each one, like a line on non-touch? So if you're looking to dial, I mean, you can buy as many telephone numbers as you want, and you can assign one to each phone, but you also have the extension option internally to dial like 001 or 005 or whatever the extension number is, and it will then go to another phone. You can also sign in and sign out, I believe. No, you can't sign in and sign out. You assign the phone to someone specifically, so with their user account. So you assign that extension number or that main external number to that phone. Like I said, I'm still diving a little bit deeper into it, but if you want anymore. I mean, there's a few videos out there in Unifi Talk. I know Cody's definitely done a few, so you can go and check out his videos if you want to know a little bit more. I have a friend who's asked me if it's worth the extra for the AI turret versus the G6 turret. The AI turret versus the G6 turret. So this is I guess the $199 versus $399. It depends if they want the color night vision. That's the big one, because that's what you get with the AI turret. You can get you can get the color night vision, but the G6 turret, I think it's this one right here, right? I think I have it next to me. This is the G6 turret. So yeah, it depends on what you're looking for. I mean, the G6 turret image is quite good, day and night. But if you want to, I don't know, did I compare it against the AI turret? I think I did. There's a video I have, so you can check that out. 1U for me, please. I'm assuming that's the NAS you're talking about. Please stop spamming your questions. Yeah, I mean, just ask it once. If I do skip over it, then feel free to ask again. But you can see how many questions come through on the right hand side, and I can see them, so I'll get to them as and when I can. So just be patient. If I go through and answer the questions really quickly, then the stream's going to be over in like 2 seconds. So I have to just add to the questions a little bit. 1U, so then I can build my rack. Yeah, I think so. I think you have a nice 12U Ubiquiti rack waiting to be unboxed and installed. Do you foresee Ubiquiti releasing a PoE switch specifically designed for camera installs instead of the gigabit ports, maybe 100 meg ports? That could add more lightning protection, long range PoE. Possibly. I wouldn't rule that off. I can't say I saw anything at the UWC when it was, when was it? In May. They didn't say anything around this. Generally they have their range. They've not really, I mean, the NVR Instant is the first time they've released a kind of all-in-one kind of unit with PoE dedicated for Unifi Protect. Otherwise, it's just you pick from their switch lineup. There's never been anything like this. Again, Ubiquiti is one of those companies, they will listen, and obviously if there's enough demand, they'll generally develop. Might not come straight away, but I mean, for that sort of stuff, sometimes I know it's overkill. You're asking for 100 meg ports, but the flex switches kind of fill that gap a little bit. They're 2.5 gig. I understand. Like I said, I know you're looking for something a little bit smaller. And more outdoor specific, I guess, by what you're saying. But yeah, the flex switches are there definitely for that. What else do we have? 4-bay NAS will make a nice Christmas this year. Well, yeah, I mean, I think they said October. No, October is the 8-bay release. But integrations, sorry, I'm just integrations, UNAS 2. So these are the UNAS, the UNAS 2s. I know I'm covering half of it, so if I get in the way too much, I'll move out the way. But so the UNAS 2 is already available. The UNAS 4 is Q4 2025. I couldn't even say when that's going to be. The only thing you got to keep in mind is they have the UWC in October. So October the 8th, I want to say, in Australia, events.ui.com. Events.ui.com. So yeah, October 8th, they have one in Sydney. So there's going to be people that are going to be busy traveling over there. And then there's the one in Miami, which again is going to be busy. So I'm not sure they're going to have anything around that sort of time, but because they generally get quite busy with the UWCs. But yeah, Q4 maybe after the October, maybe November, maybe before Thanksgiving, possibly. Who knows? And then we have the UNAS Pro 4. Now I know a lot of people I know a lot of people are definitely waiting for this, and I think it's a nice addition that they've kept the M2 NVMe SSDs in there along with that. And again, they've got the two 10 gig SFP pluses in there, NVMe bays. They've got the fans. So yeah, again, another one coming Q4 2025. And then what else do we have? We don't want to click on this. And then we have the UNAS 8. That's the one that says shipping October 2025. I had my water bottle somewhere. But yeah, so those are the ones that are coming. I haven't dived into the tech specs a bit, but yeah, we will. So for those of you that are on here, if you haven't, which side is it? This side? This side? Yeah, this poll down here is what you expect we're going to be talking about, or what the most questions are going to be about. So far, the doorbell's winning, but I've not had any questions about the doorbell yet. So let's move on anyway. But you got to put the hashtag and then what it is, and then you can you'll see it happen there. Hi everyone. Hey doorbell. All right, this is where the spamming happened. New products, doorbell. TJ's trying to rig the system. I wonder, did that work? Colin, did that work? Hashtag 2. I wonder if that did work. It'll be interesting. Where are we? NAS. Okay. For NAS, doorbell, UPS. Okay, something different there. Black Jedi. Yeah, I think people have asked about the UPS. That's for sure. Let's delete this. You need to put in the word after the hashtag, not the number. Doorbell. So TJ still trying to rig the vote. What do you think of the G5? Is it worth it? NAS. I really want to upgrade my rack with some Ubiquiti stuff, but I have no idea where to start, especially with some stuff. It doesn't seem to be rack mountable. I want to get the doorbell and record software. So I guess you are interested in Unifi Protect. Are you interested in the network side of it, or is it just Unifi Protect you're looking for? See this. Evening, John. And I remember your comment every time I see it on a Sunday evening. I haven't set up the WAN switch yet. Can you very ever so kindly just drop me a message in the middle of the week, and I will get it set up, because it's a 5-10 minute job. It's in the rack. I just need to plug it in. Feel free to drop me a message during the week, and yeah, I'll see if I can get that set up so we can have a look at how it sits on the topology map. Unifi missed an opportunity to make the doorbell light as Wi-Fi. Yeah, I think that was a very big, and I'm hoping they've heard it. A lot of people have obviously been saying, I don't have Wi-Fi, I don't have Ethernet there, I don't have a network cable run, I can't run a network cable. So yeah, that's definitely something. I think they are definitely going to look at. Whether they do something about it or not, I don't know. Because like I said, they're very active in the communities. They do read a lot of the posts that are out there, and that was quite a big comment about the Wi-Fi. So I wanted to check if it can be rigged. You trying to plan for the next giveaway or something, TJ? They may still come out with a doorbell that is powered by a 2-wire transformer that connects via Wi-Fi. Yeah, I mean, like, that's what I mean. I mean, it's not how do I word this? It's not set and done that they're never going to release something with that. But yeah, who knows? I'm hoping they do release something. I mean, I don't have an Ethernet cable at my front door. I'm already planning it in my mind how I'm going to get that run. I think I have a rough idea on how I'm going to do it, but whether it's going to be the cleanest finish or not, I don't know. But yeah, we'll wait and see. Do you foresee a refresh of the NVR lineup? Possibly. So obviously I can't go into too much about what we spoke about or what was spoken about at the UWC. The I mean, obviously you can go on the internet and you'll have a bit of a Google, and I'm sure you'll find the information on it. But there is some enhancements coming to the NVR lineup. But when they are coming, I no idea. I mean, I think there's a very big focus around the NAS stuff right now and the Superlink stuff. That doesn't mean that they're not going to release anything, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know when that NVR refresh will come. It will, but I just don't know when. Have you described, or what is this? Have you described the ideas behind use cases for multiple RAID groups in one storage pool versus multiple? Okay. So you want to know basically what the differences are for, or the use cases for multiple RAID groups in one storage pool versus multiple storage pools in your NAS videos. So something like this, let me copy the text. Where am I there? Something like this is, I'm not a complete expert in the NAS space, but I'll be sure to mention it in my videos. I can do a bit of digging and mention why you would want to choose one over the other. Would be nice to have a solar powered Wi-Fi camera option. I have customers asking for it. I don't think you're the only one. I think there's a lot of people asking for solar powered stuff. I've never seen Ubiquiti do anything solar powered other than the Sun Max maybe that they did many years ago. Ubiquiti solar. This was a very long time ago, and I think there are a few YouTubers that have this in their video. But if I click here, this is the Sun Max range that they had many years ago. That being said, I would never say never. Maybe they're working on something in the background. Maybe they might not be. Maybe they might be. But this was solar.ui.com. And this was the stuff that they used to sell. Whether they still sell it or not, I don't know. I don't think they do. But yeah, this was interesting. I never actually got around to play around with this. So yeah, but that's something they used to have, but they don't have anymore. Is it worth getting the AI turret over the G6 turret? So I will point you in the direction of a video. It's an extra $200. I understand. But it really depends. There's a couple of extra features like edge recording and color night vision as to whether you think that advantage is there. In terms of image quality, I'll be honest, I can't remember off the top of my head what the main differences were, but lucky for you, as he furiously tries to find the video that he created. This video right here, so G5, G6 AI, which one's worth it? Have a little watch of this. That kind of compares all the videos, all the cameras, so all the turrets and all the bullets. So yeah, have a little watch of that and see what you think, whether you think it's worthwhile buying one over the other, if you think it justifies the extra. So yeah, give that a watch. Which camera do you think will work better for a garage? I've also used all I've used has a hard time adjusting from dark garage to the door opening that brings in the sunlight. RS can't adjust in time. So I can't say I've tried this. I have an AI 360 in mine at this point, purely because I just want that 360-degree view of the... I don't think I can just yet. But I just want that 360-degree view of the garage. So maybe that might be something worthwhile looking into. I haven't tried it in day and night in terms of the adjustments, especially going from night mode to day mode. I have a window in mine, so actually when it's daytime, there's light coming into the garage anyway. And then when the doors open, it doesn't take too much to adjust. So I'm guessing yours just have the front shutters or the front door with not a lot of light coming in. Is anyone else disappointed that they didn't release a Wi-Fi G6 doorbell? So I think we might be on track for the doorbell being the most popular to talk about in today's stream. But I think I guess I've said it a few times, but I wouldn't write it off just yet. I'm not saying they're definitely releasing one. I don't know the inside information. This is just me purely speculating. Don't hold me to this, that this is definitely going to happen. But I'm hoping they kind of will, because when they did the G4 version, they released a Wi-Fi version, then they released a PoE version. So I'm kind of hoping they're doing this the other way this time. So they're releasing a PoE version, and then they'll hopefully release a Wi-Fi version, possibly, maybe even without the access features within it. Maybe it will just be the doorbell to expand the range, sort of thing. But yeah, who knows? I know Ubiquiti are very consumer prosumer heavy, but they are also very much pushing to the enterprise/business deployments, and they're trying to really make moves in that space, which is why you're seeing a lot more stuff which is geared to commercial use rather than more residential use. Not to say that they're ignoring all residential usage, because obviously they have a lot of prosumers that use their products, but yeah, that's just my thoughts anyway. I'm not sure what you mean by this. LVR functions. I might be completely missing the context behind it. So excuse me. Good evening, Cyber Army. How you doing? You can make unlimited concurrent calls and receive concurrent calls coming in. You can also set up an extension rate for each phone. Thank you, Frederick. This is the prime example of, even if I'm not sure of the answer completely, there are other people in the audience that or in the chat window that would be able to answer this for me. Where did we get to? So we need a 5G modem from Ubiquiti. So it was leaked, not leaked. It was shown at some of the shows, which was the 5G Dream Router. And I can talk about this because there's pictures out on the internet for it, and I'm not making anything up. Let me go to Google Images here. And this one. So here we go. This was obviously a long time ago. So this was the 4th of March in 2025. So this was in Barcelona, I think. But this, we saw the 5G Dream Router, which was this device right here. And we had the 5G modem, which was this right here. And yeah, sort of, I don't think you'll be able to hear the audio. But yeah, this guy on Instagram kind of went over a lot of their stuff. Don't know if he's going to show anything on here, but yeah. I know there was a picture of there you go, there's a picture of the front. So that is the Dream Router on the left. It's a bit blurry, that picture, and that is the I can't remember, 5G Link is what that's called. So they are, I mean, the 5G stuff is coming, but just, yeah, again, it's a question mark of when is that coming? Who knows? These guys are quick at releasing products, but obviously there's only a certain amount that they can do within their company. And then we won't have enough time to create content on them. So it's kind of good that they do pace it a little bit. Bear with me. Okay, fine. Sorry, I was just closing some tabs. Otherwise, I might end up getting a blue screen again. The last couple of days, I noticed that when a car passes in the dark, you see a reflection from the lights on the G6 PTZ. I don't have mine set up outside right now. Mine's actually in a box next to me at this point. So I couldn't comment too much on that. I don't think I remember seeing any reflection of lights, but I'm not in a very busy area. So I don't see a lot of traffic in my front area. UCG fiber on a max for 1 gig connection. No need for protect. UCG fiber or max for a connection. So, depending on what, I know you've said 1 gig connection, but obviously going forward, the UCG fiber will give you 5 gigabits per second IPS IDS. They both have the M2 SSD drives for you to expand. I think I saw it was in terms of concurrent connections, the fiber can handle a little bit more. So if the budget allows, I'd probably go for the fiber over the max. But yeah. We need a 10-inch rack for a UNAS in the mini racks. Yeah, there's a lot in the mini rack space. I can't say I've got onto that hype just yet. Actually, I did think about a friend of mine 3D printed some bits for me, but I never actually got around to putting it together. So who knows? Maybe I will set up a 10-inch rack for something. Hello, I have a Reolink 4K connected to the UMVR. The live view quality is good, but when I play back, the quality of recording is very poor. Nothing to change in the settings in the UNVR. I mean, I have Hikvision cameras recording to my NVR. I've not seen a drop in quality. Maybe look at your retention settings for your global settings rather than the individual camera settings. I wouldn't think that it would change straight away, but yeah. Have a look at your global settings. If not, maybe something that you might want to raise with Ubiquiti. Get a ticket raised. NAS doorbell, 10-inch rack. UNAS. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be releasing any more NASs just yet. Who knows? Maybe at the UWC in November we might find out more. But I can't see it because it's I guess the 10-inch rack is good for your consumer prosumers, but it's not very business, I would say. I'm sure there are some people that would run something small because they don't have big locations to put stuff in. But yeah. Good evening. Hey, Cyber Army. How you doing? I really wish the UNAS had a 10 gig NIC. I want to replace my Synology for HomeLab. Do you think the UNAS 4 will support iSCSI? A lot of people have been asking for iSCSI. I don't know as and when and if they will support iSCSI. I'm not sure, but yeah, one to keep an eye out for because there's a lot of people asking for it, which probably means they've noticed and either they are going to go down the route and start implementing the changes that they need or start writing the software, whatever they need to do to make that happen. But yeah, it's something. Yeah, I couldn't say if they're going to support it or not. I travel a lot and would be able to control my security camera ideally 180 degrees. Is there any that you recommend? I travel a lot and would like to be able to control my security camera ideally 180 degrees. Then you're probably looking at the PTZ cameras because they're the only ones that you can control. If you hold fire, there is a 180 degree camera coming where you don't need to then worry about control. You'll have the full 180 degree, which is the G6 180, which is supposed to drop anytime within the next 10 days. That again, don't hold me to that one because it might change. But this is the 180 camera. It's saying it's coming Q3 2025. So yeah, that would basically give you 2 cameras, and you don't need to worry about controlling. But if that's not something you want to wait out for, and you want something a little bit sooner, then it would be the G6 PTZ. It would probably be this one. Will be your best bet. Then obviously you have up, down, left, right, and you have a 10 times hybrid zoom as well, which, if that's something that you need. I got an indoor Ethernet surge protector and was surprised it was made out of plastic as it's silver. Also comes with a very nice small DIN rail with Ubiquiti logo like the SIM tool. Okay, cool. I haven't got my hands on the Ethernet surge protectors yet. I might get some soon, so I'll see what they're like. But yeah, it's not something I have. But it's nice that they have a nice little DIN rail that they sit on. So I guess if it's something that you're mounting outside or you're putting inside a junction box outside and you've got a DIN rail, then yeah, that sort of sits there nicely, I think. What time are we looking at? 9:01. All right, I'll probably be around for another 5-10 more minutes. I know there's still more questions, but yeah, let's see how we get on. The depth, where are we? The depth of the new UNAS Pro 4 is 400 millimeters on its own. The connections are at the back. Unfortunately, this won't work for me because my rack is already 400 millimeters deep. Yeah, I guess I can see Frederick's next comment. I'm guessing he kind of says it. Maybe it might be time to upgrade your rack, but I'm in the same boat as you. My rack is not very deep. I think it is only... It might even be the same, actually. It might only be 400 deep. But I'm hoping to upgrade that to a 12U at some point. So then it will be. We'll be able to fit it in perfectly fine. I have 4 VLANs. 2 VLAN for each home. 1 for IoT and 1 for trusted devices. I set up rules for each home to see only devices related to home users, but all the devices are discovered, I can't use it. So all the devices are discovered, but you can't use it. So I'm just trying to break down what you've written. So you've got your IoT network, you've got your home network. I haven't done this one yet. I haven't created this video because I'm waiting to create my Ubiquiti 2025 network video. I'm just holding out for another couple of software updates before I do that. But I will point you in the direction, because I know Cody has done one. Let me see if I can find his video. I know he has done a network 2025 video. So I will happily point you in his direction. If I can find it, there it is. So share, copy. So yeah, Cody's done a video on something like this, which is the Network 2025 video, and I think he goes over the IoT stuff. So have a little look at that video, and hopefully if you follow along, that will get you past your issues. If not, come back to the next live stream and yeah, we can see what we can do. AS Networking, hey, good evening, how you doing? Let's see, talk telephony. I can't remember what that was. I apologize, Colin. Will the Superlink have an arm and disarm function, or will it be a separate device? Any thoughts? Excuse me. So, I don't know if you caught that part of the stream, or if you're still on the stream. Inside, here we go. I do have a video coming this week, which I will release away from members only, which is about alarm profiles and how to arm and disarm and configure them. They're at the Cydia event that they had. I don't know. This was another reaction video. Oh, we don't want to go to another video. We want to go back. At the Cydia video, there was doorbell, Superlink. So they had this, which is the little alarm control panel, alarm control key fob. Sorry. So I think there will be a separate device, and I think we saw this in the Superlink video as well. So there will be a separate device which will allow you to arm and disarm, but you can also do it within Unifi Protect. In that video that I have at the moment, which is currently members only, yeah, it's currently members only, but I will be releasing it at some point where it basically goes over it. But if you do want to support the channel and become a member, obviously I'm not going to say no. But yeah, if you do want to, anybody wants to support the channel and become a member, I am hoping to start giving out some more perks with this. But yeah, the information's in my profile anyway, if you want to have a look. Where are we here? Will the UNAS 4 Pro be capable of running media like from Plex? If you're looking to install Plex on the device, probably not. If you're looking to leverage it as some storage, then possibly. I haven't done any testing with this yet. I don't have the UNAS 4 Pro yet, but if there is obviously a bunch of stuff that people want to see me test, then yeah, let me know and I'll see if I can put, when I get it, or as and when I get my hands on it, I'll see if I can put it to the test. Is it probably a regulatory issue or certification issue that's holding up the release? It could also be getting the needed materials to build it. I think this is probably the 5G stuff you're talking about. Yeah, it could be a number of things. I mean, I know getting some certifications can take months. So yeah, it could be anything. Can you place two turret cameras side by side to create 180-degree vision? Yeah, there's no reason why you can't. You might find that you might want to overlap it slightly. If you try and go down the middle, you might find you have a bit of a gap, but maybe just overlap the vision slightly. And yeah, you can. There's no reason why that's not possible. If you're trying to make a seamless 180-degree camera, it's not going to work because it's going to be quite difficult to set up. But yeah, having two cameras side by side, yeah, I don't see why not. They're unreleased Superlink products that we're expecting them to release, which allows us to arm and disarm the system. Yep, that is the case. When will the smoke alarm be announced? I wish I had that crystal ball to be able to give you that answer. Hopefully soon at some point. I just don't know. I don't know when and what that looks like in terms of what versions, what capabilities they're going to have. I don't know. Did they not say at the UWC there will be an outdoor version of the 5G link? I will, as I have previously in the past, I'll plead the fifth on this one. I can't answer this question because it may or may not talk about future products, which they would not want us to do at this point. So I can't answer that question. But I believe there might have been, possibly. Coming soon. I will say that probably. I will say they probably will include iSCSI in the near future, at least for the rack-mounted NASs. Okay, cool. That would be that. I think that would make a lot of people happy if they did. I don't suppose you went to the UWC in Sweden, did you? By any chance, the Nordics one? I think you're based in Spain, right? I can't remember if that's correct or not. I think that's me trying to jog my memory. Thanks for waiting on these options to get rid of an old setup. I have a one-stop Unifi shop. I do want to switch because the Nest smoke alarms are overdue. Yes, it's just a file storage device like any other NAS. You can configure it to install Plex and use your UNAS 4 as the storage location. You won't be able to run Plex from the server itself. Yeah, thank you, Mark, for that. That is correct. In the same boat, I'm hoping the new smoke detectors will also have a CO detector built in. What M2 NVMe drive size is Unifi recommending? Depends what for. I mean, for your NASs, I'm not quite sure. For the cloud gateways, they I think they're putting up to 2 terabytes. I want to see. I've seen images out there of 4 terabytes, and I almost want to say Vasil is putting in a 4 terabyte Samsung in his, if I remember correctly. But in terms of the NASs, I haven't got my hands on one yet, so I'm assuming you might even be able to put 4. You might even be able to put 8. I don't know how much you're able to use those NVMe drives. Is it just purely for caching? So I'm not quite sure yet. Hey Banjo Roy, how you doing? Hello. I apologize. I'm not going to attempt to butcher your name. So I apologize. Let's delete some spam messages. Hi, Chased Cobra. Be sure to hit the like button before you leave. Definitely do that. I did get my G6 PTZ. I'm very happy with it. All thanks for your video about it. Thanks, buddy. No worries. Glad you are enjoying it. How did you get the G6 license plate? How did got the license plate for G6 Pro Bullet? Because I bought it today and I can't activate the plate. Let me have a look. I'm sure it's just a tick button on the side, but let me have a little look. I don't have my Pro Bullet plugged in at the moment, but yeah, it should be just the same as most of the other cameras. Are you finding, is it grayed out or something, or you can't tick it, or what's actually happening? You can't activate. Okay, hold on. I'll come back to that. So I might do after the stream. Have the camera in full screen and the menu in the top right hand side. So, excuse me. Let me go back to your question again. Right, I think that's better. I need to design for twin apartments which has 7 floors, each having a wireless access point U7 Pro 10 gig switch that includes 5 doors, 20 cameras. What happens when the limit of the users connected to exceeds the limit of users? So I would imagine it would be a CPU or RAM usage hit that you would probably find the issue with. What the knock-on effect would be, I couldn't be so sure. Maybe it'll start dropping packets. Maybe it won't do your IPS IDS as much as you would want it to do. But those limits are generally there for a reason. That being said, I think it will be your RAM and your CPU that hits 100%. If you're finding that's happening, then you may need to look at upgrading that model. You might get away with it. You might get past, I don't know, 1,000 users or 1,500 users, whatever it might be. You might get passed by another 100 or 200, depends on how heavily they're utilizing it. But you'll find that, yeah, that RAM and CPU will be the issue. Excuse me. Right. Yeah. So on your camera, I think I can see a few comments of people letting you know how it's done. Anyway, I'm waiting for it to load. Yes, you hook what you want. You have to enable the tick box in the camera settings on General Protect console, and then you have the option to enable license and Plate recognition. Yes, good shout. AS networking, that is correct. You have to actually set it up in Unifi Protect first as a global setting before, I don't think I've clicked it yet, before you can actually enable it on the camera. So can I show you this? What's here? What's here? Yeah, there we go. So if I go back to my computer settings, if I zoom in here, so if you scroll down on the left hand side here and go to settings, you'll see in here you have smart detections, face recognition, and license plate recognition. You need to make sure these are ticked before you're able to do anything with that, if you're not able to select it. Good shout there. This is why this stream is always good, because if I don't know the answer or my mind goes blank, there's about a bunch of you out there that will be able to answer it for me. You need a stronger drink. Yeah, that, you know what? It always happens to me. I just don't think I'm used to talking for a very long time. Being the introverted guy that I am, when it comes to talking for a while, it's but yeah, maybe a stronger drink might help. There was a bit of situation on my street yesterday where there was a suspicious package, and they had to evacuate within 100 meters of the radius. The PTZ came in handy. It went on. Oh wow, sounds like a very busy, very busy activity in the street. That's interesting. Okay, yeah, I guess the 10 times zoom probably did come in handy. In project, go to devices, or in protect, I think, go to devices, click the device you want, recording mode, creative AI events, and license plate. I can only activate animal, face, person, vehicle. Is it because you have the AI key? No, the AI key is only to enhance the detections in terms of it will then summarize what's going on and stuff like that. But yeah, you definitely need to make sure it's enabled globally. That would be probably one reason why you can't activate it. We're here to help. Thank you. Just drink the yeah, I will. Don't worry. With a lot of options in the with all the movement of options in UI, nobody can remember where nothing is. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I feel like I feel like I did a Unifi Protect video a few weeks ago, and I'm like, it's out of date already. Oh, the root VPN one. Yeah, so I did a root VPN, and then they released 9.4 where they had network objects, and yeah, it completely changed everything that I just did. So sometimes the videos that you bring them out, and yeah, I think Cody says the same thing actually, is I do a video and a few weeks later it's changed already. It's working. Okay, cool. Excellent. Glad to hear that. So I think I'll give it a few more minutes. And yeah, if you've got any more questions, then drop them in. And then yeah, if not, we'll if we have another release during the week, we can have a chat. I'll do another live stream on the same evening. But if we don't, then obviously maybe next weekend we can have a chat. I guess that's good for us content creators. Definitely, definitely, it makes life a lot easier. Because sometimes when, especially I guess between the July and August period, there wasn't really too much in terms of how much was coming out. So doing this content kind of helps. Do you remove your video or leave them up? It depends really what it is. I mean, the root VPN option still kind of, the settings aren't exactly the same, but the concept is the same. So if they don't follow exactly step by step and they want to know the concept, then the information is there. I don't really tend to remove videos that often. But yeah, because it's always good to go back and see. Somebody might be running an older version, they haven't upgraded, so it's kind of useful for them in that instance. Does anybody know where the vehicle or person interest data is stored on the NVR itself or on an SSD, HDD? Wonder if I lose the info. Does anybody know where the vehicle and person of interest data is stored on the NVR itself or on the drive? I wonder if I lose some info when I swap out. I don't know exactly where it's stored, but I'm assuming it's going to be stored on the HDD or SSD itself. If you swap it out, chances are you may lose that data. But I can't say I've tried it for sure, so I couldn't say for 100%. Love this channel. Press the like and sub button for sure. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please do, and yeah, feel free to hit the like button on your way out. Just to help me get me some more engagement with the stream. By the way, any opinions on the new font in the early access network? I am not running the early access version yet. So I actually don't know what that looks like. Didn't even know they had a new font. So I am still running. What am I still running? I will be doing a video on the new version, obviously. But I haven't started running it yet. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow, actually. Maybe I'll upgrade. Where are we? Control panel, control plane. Here we go. Yeah, I'm still running 9.4.19. So yeah, I haven't updated that yet. So yeah, maybe that's something I might do tomorrow. I didn't click on it, but yeah, that's the question. If you remove the disk, you are deleting it. Okay. I like the new font. It gives greater clarity. I'm intrigued by the new font now, so I think I'm gonna have to go and see what that's all about. And give that a bit of an update. I think I'm on the official version, I think, so I don't think. 9.5.12 comes with cool new compact font with slashed zeros, kind of cool, kind of retro. Do you have a main network for testing and one for home and everyday use? I feel like I need to make a test network. So I have enough hardware to create a test network, but I just use my main network. When there's an issue, it's generally a quick restore. I have 2 ISPs, so if one ISP goes down, I can just spin another one. I just turn on another UDM Pro or SE, I don't know, whichever other one I've got, and I can just spin up another network quickly if I really need to. But yeah, it's something I do want to start creating a test network for. So when I come onto live streams like this, I don't need to worry about what I'm showing, what's happening, and we can start demoing stuff and run through stuff while we're on the live stream, which will be quite good. Does the Cloud Gateway Max support 4 terabyte or more of storage? There is a chap on this live stream called Vasil. He is the guy testing the 4 terabyte drive eventually. I don't know when he's going to test it. He said maybe after the stream, but I don't see why it wouldn't support it. But I think someone said that their Gen 3 PCI Express ports. So, the maximum it would take is a Gen 3 SSD. So if you put in a Gen 4, Gen 5 SSD, M2 SSD that is, then it won't get the maximum speeds. It would just be downgraded to a Gen 3 version. So just keep that one in mind. To get the maximum speed on my switches, I had to activate flow control currently in the internet section on my fiber. Not sure I understand why that was necessary. Would love an explanation for this. Ooh, you had to turn on flow control. That's normally the first thing a lot of people say to turn off. Have a look. Flow control. So I'm just reading this word for word at the moment. Reduces network congestion and high packet latency by pausing traffic, which improves TCP throughput. Control flow applies to all management devices. I would have to do a bit more research on the flow control side of things. Obviously, it kind of just stops the traffic just completely flowing through it, slows it down, so it allows it to process it a little bit better, which is why when people are having speed issues, it's actually the other way. When you're having speed issues, it's because the flow control's on, so it's restricting. But when it's off, it should just go straight all the way through. My friend said VLANs are not good for networks because they're not secure. I would probably disagree with that. Well, actually, I would agree to disagree. I would agree they're not secure if you don't set up the security between the VLANs. But if you set up your security between the VLANs, then there's no reason. Let me reword that. If you don't set up security between your VLANs, there's no point of having VLANs. You might as well just have one flat network. But if you set up security between your VLANs, then yeah, they can be as secure as any other network. So I would probably disagree with what he has to say. You will degrade your speed with flow control. So yeah, that's what I would have thought. Because it kind of restricts your traffic going through. Weird statement. VLANs have nothing to do with security. Firewall segmentations is, and for that you need VLAN. So yeah, that's, I guess, yeah, pretty much adding to what that says. It is separating your networks, but if you don't have any security in between, then you might as well just have a flat network. Right, what time are we? Oh wow, okay, we're already at an hour and 50. This was supposed to be, I had this one down for maybe half an hour or 45 minutes today, but oh, you got an hour and 15 minutes out of me. So I will probably call it an evening there. Thank you all for joining me. As always, I will be back next Sunday, I would hope, and maybe during the week if something decides to get released. And yeah, have a great rest of the week. And bring your questions to the next stream. And I'll see you all in the next one.